Ski. Family, we back. Chat, we back. Man, look, he lost his life on the job after petty altercation with some YNs. Do not let these YNs be the death of you, the end of you. Sometime, auntie, you gotta walk away. You gotta walk away, bruh. These YNs, they got nothing but time on their hand. They ain't got the time, bruh. Sometimes you just gotta walk away, bruh. Do not let these YNs end you. Look, man, let's go ahead and hop in the video. Like, comment, subscribe, ski. And yeah, man, Unc, sometimes you gotta walk away. I'm telling you, Unc.
In every generation, it seems to be a disconnect between the youth and the older adults. Since as far back as I can remember, I have heard people in my city say when I was a teen, y'all young dudes are different. Y'all don't move like we did back in the day. In Baltimore, we call the young kids hoppers. And the older guys will often say, I try to stay away from them hoppers so I won't have to hurt one of them. But of course, that was even though I feel old saying this, the early 2000s, over 20 years ago. Now a brand new generation has evolved. And with social media, the world has agreed on one name, YNs. Most of us already know what that stands for. You have memes about them, videos. It's the young dudes and women with the shiesties on, walking
with
around.
The skis. The skis, they walk around in them in any type of weather condition. I'm talking about hot, cold, medium outside, nigga, burning up hot. They don't care. They gonna wear the skis, man. Stay away from any YN, girl or boy, who just wearing a ski for no reason. Especially if it's 90 degrees plus outside. Especially if it's 90 degrees plus outside on my granny.
With that little gun, looking for trouble. Waiting for the opportunity to show they like that. Now as an older family man that was once a hopper himself, I never thought the day would come when I would say what was said to me back in the day. But these kids are different. They have access to things we can only imagine back then. And they all taking pride and causing chaos and being so-called YNs. But for us,
switches, they got access to buttons. That's what y'all didn't have access to, them buttons. These young niggas are walking down with buttons on my granny.
They gotta go out here every day, whether to work or somewhere with our families. I'm sure you might think to yourself, I'm a man first or a woman. I'm not worried about or scared of nobody young enough to be my child. And for most men, it's all about respect. But the vibe is different.
I was in New York. A nigga told me, if an 8-year-old come up to you and say, I'm finna kill you, that young nigga mean business. He probably finna go around the block, get him a pistol, and come back. Hey, believe that nigga. A nigga in New York told me that. I'm telling you, better believe them YNs. You better believe them. I don't care if they 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. You better believe what they saying. They ready to crash out.
And the atmosphere has changed a lot. While most of us in our 30s will step in the street, throw our guards up and fight to get our opponent calls, win, lose, or draw, because that's how we was raised. These young people believe nowadays shoot first over any kind of small encounter, crash out, and go to prison. And unfortunately, we got to navigate through the ones with that mindset. And a simple run-in with some hoppers can be fatal. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it right outside of Atlanta to Decatur, Georgia, to discuss the case of a man who lost his life on
the #1 location for YNs, Atlanta, Georgia. The #1 location of the Nike ski mask. The home of the Nike ski. The home of the goddamn Under Armour ski. A ski in general. A luxurious ski. Any ski.
Job
of course we in Atlanta
with some teens over bus fare. Back in October 2024, 47-year-old Leroy Ramos was in a good place in his life. The father of 3 and family man was about to make a few big moves. He had married his high school sweetheart, and the New York native had made the decision to relocate from home and move to Atlanta for what they thought would be a better quality of life. When they arrived to the city, Leroy would quickly find employment and become a bus driver for MARTA, the Metro Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority. Now, if you know anything about Atlanta, you know the bus can be wild. Just like most major cities in America, the kind of people that filter on and off on the job can be draining. But Leroy had a family to feed and was up for the challenge. His co-workers loved the man. They described him as the type to always be there for people, protect his family, and
damn, he look like Fat Joe. Am I tweaking, chat? He look like Fat Joe. Like a skinnier version of Fat Joe. Like if Fat Joe was Lil Joe. Bro. Damn, he looked just like Fat Joe.
For the ones in his circle, and a stand-up guy. He had no problem adapting to his new city. By January, Leroy had been on the job for a few months. When on a winter night, right after New Year's, on the 3rd of January, he was at work, driving like usual. He made it to the Decatur station, and people were boarding the bus and paying their fare, when 3 teens decided they would just get on the bus and not pay.
Oh,
Leroy
man.
being from the East Coast, and if anybody listening know anything about New Yorkers, they are very vocal, especially if they feel like you are trying to get over on them. So he addressed the situation, telling Shorty and them, like, yo, it's $2.50 to ride, and if y'all don't pay the fare, you have to get off my bus. Not knowing he was dealing with the exact kind of young dudes we was talking about earlier. As the conversation escalated with them being disrespectful, saying they wasn't paying nothing, it spilled off the bus when one of them threatened to spit on Leroy. Coming out of the old school mob, he quickly responded, if you do that, I will definitely put hands on y'all and put one of y'all to sleep. After going back and forth for a minute, another driver tried to intervene.
Look at these YNs. You can't even see this nigga facial details. Hell no, I ain't going back and forth for no YN. Look at this nigga, he ready to crash out. He's a D1 scholar. A D1 scholar to crash out. Hell no, Sometimes you gotta pick and choose your battles wisely. You feel me?
And tell Leroy to get back on the bus. But the hoppers would throw a few more choice words out there, and one of them decided to call Leroy's bluff and run up on the man. Feeling like the teens needed to learn some respect, when one of them touched him, Leroy had did exactly what he said he would do, started punching. You would think with the situation being 3-on-1, it would be a simple fist fight. But in the video, you can hear one of the teens say, give me the gun, twin, before over 8 shots went off, and people fled the scene. All the police quickly responded to the location to find Leroy suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, including
damn, bro, trying to fight and tussle with these young niggas, man. They ain't already got no guidance, bro. You cannot step in and feel that for some niggas, bro. Even though you want to help and you want to fill that void, try to give a nigga a good ass whoop and try to show him a lesson. Hey, sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles, bro. You feel me? Them young niggas, they be ready to shoot. No hesitation. You see he let off multiple 8 shots. No hesitation.
The head, and unfortunately, he would pass away at the scene. As the news came out, his wife was devastated to hear her husband had lost his life doing what he was supposed to be doing, trying to provide for his family. His co-workers were in shock, and many stated they felt something like this would eventually happen. Even though somebody recorded the incident, the 3 suspects will remain on the run. As family, friends, and co-workers gathered at a memorial.
You ain't finding them niggas in the ski? You know how many niggas walking Atlanta streets with ski masks that look just like them young niggas? Brown skin, black guy with ski. It's gonna be a field day trying to find them niggas. No cap. It's too many niggas in Atlanta that look just like them, dressed like them. It's over with. It's over with. Damn, bruh. R.I.P. to Aunt, bruh. For real. Nigga had a whole family, wife, kid. Like, don't nobody deserve that shit, bruh. Don't nobody deserve to lose their life like this. Like, damn, bruh.
At the exact location Leroy lost his life at, they made sure to let it be known the whole incident was petty and over $2.50. His wife expressed her pain and wanted it to be known that her husband wasn't an aggressive man, but he would stand up for himself and believe right was right and wrong was wrong. MARTA would make a statement after being under fire for their policies and drivers feeling unsafe. They stated they have a strict de-escalation policy. Also MARTA police, but many drivers shared similar experiences. One man said the exact same thing happened to him. A young man got on, refused to pay, and showed him a gun, saying, "I will take your life." As the MARTA police were called, they walked the man down the street.
Over a bus ride? It's never that serious, fool. Over a bus ride? Nah, it's never that serious. It's $2. It's $2.50. And the fact you walk on a bus with a chain that say success with diamonds, VVS, and you can't get a nigga $2? $2. You got AirPods. I bet you this jacket is some type of brand. Success chain though. You successful. I just wanna be successful. And you ain't got $2 damn. That don't make no sense.
And let him go, as the driver was left shaken up. So he stated he knew one day something like this would happen. Also, a woman who was a driver as well. She had recently put in her resignation letter after the incident. She had also been in a similar encounter in which she expressed the passenger told her, go ahead, call him all the police. He didn't care. Somebody was going to die that day. And fear for her safety and not feeling protected as a driver, she decided it was better just to quit. A GoFundMe was started for Leroy to raise money for his family and to lay the man to rest. As days went by, police would get information that all three of the suspects were teenagers. Two were quickly picked up and taken into custody and charged as adults. But due to their age, their names and pictures wouldn't be released to the public. The third
These
team
are some real YNs. These niggas are teens. Real YNs. What? Damn. These young niggas be crashing out. Straight flunky mode.
And the alleged trigger man would turn himself in a few weeks later and also was charged as an adult for the slaying of Leroy. And as of now, this is a new case. And all three are innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Leroy. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. To come from a city like New York and come down south for a better life and lose your life after only 3 months is very sad and unfortunate.
Damn, he was only in Atlanta for 3 months? 3 months? Man, ain't no way. That nigga was trying to change his life, his family life, and lost his life in 3 months. Man, this is why you really have to sit back and think before you react, man. You gotta really choose your battles wisely, bruh. Cause this shit was petty and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth nobody getting shot, nobody dying. Like, damn, man. R.I.P. to the victim.
Probably like most of us that's a little older, Leroy probably felt, I'm not about to sit here and let these young guys intimidate me. As it seems, that's what they expect for you to do, bow down. But everybody wasn't raised like that. Some people were raised.
It ain't about bowing down. Sometimes it's about just being smart, moving smart. You know what I'm saying? Them young niggas ain't got the same conscience as you, the same maturity as you, the same mindset as you. Sometimes you gotta let a nigga have it. Just like, man, all right, bro, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it, young niggas. Just sometimes you gotta let a nigga have it, bro. Especially like if a nigga not in the same mindset as you. Them some young niggas, them niggas still trying to figure themselves out. Like, I'm not finna go back and forth with a nigga still trying to find their identity. You ain't gonna go on, get on. All right.
Defend themselves and protect themselves if they ever feel threatened. I remember being at that age, and I thought to myself, if we did decide to do something like that, just jump the bus and skip the fed, if we would have got our card pulled, we would have just fought. In my opinion, it wasn't worth guns coming out. It's like now, they are tough and scary at the same time. But it's the so-called YN culture. They are on an ego trip and have a complex and feel like you can't stand up to them or pull them up on nothing. But I want to end this one with a few questions. What do y'all think started the disconnection between generations? Back in the day, it was no ma'am, no sir, and a little respect left. Like, yeah, ain't my fault, or I'm sorry, auntie, when we spoke to our elders. But now, it's gone out the window.
No,
and
all that gone out the window. All that gone. That's gone. And it's just because I feel like our generation and the new generations have learned to vocalize their opinion and how they feel a little bit more than the previous generations. A lot of people just not going for it. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about your opinion. They don't care about your advice. They want to live how they want to live, and they want to live how they feel like is the truth for them. You feel me? That's just how it is now. Like he said, a lot of people don't say yes ma'am, no sir, yes sir, no more. Nobody don't do that no more.
Thing to be coming back. Do y'all feel like the so-called YN culture that's being promoted is hurting the community, making good kids want to be crash outs because they see what they see on the internet? And have you yourself ever ran into a situation like this? If so, did you put your pride to the side and walk away or choose to engage? And how did it play out? Let me know in the comments.
I ain't never been in no situation like this, and I pray I don't. But if I do, I'm putting the pride to the side, nigga. I got stuff to do. I got things to live for. I have a reason to be on earth. I'm not going back and forth with no young nigga. All right, little bro, you got it, little bro. You got it, little brother. You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead about your day. Man, I don't know if this is just like a wrong time, wrong place, wrong situation for my guy. But man, I wish he did not lose his life over something this petty, bruh. Like, dead serious. It's never worth it going back and forth with a YN. Sometimes you just gotta let a nigga have it, bro. Like, no cap. What y'all think about this situation, though? Let me know down in the comments, man, your thoughts and your honest opinions. Look, man, we finna go head up out of here. Chat, until the next one, we out skate.